Alright, welcome everybody. We're playing Sailwind. This is the... Oh man, what is it called? The Archipelago start? It's the map that you start on, it's not the boat. The Emerald. Okay. The Emerald Archipelago start. This is the tutorial. It tells you, like, the very, very basics. Uh, this isn't really intended to be a tutorial video. This is just kind of like a showcase, so to speak. Just gonna be playing the game. These guys help you like move stuff in and out of your boat and stuff. But here is where you get your missions and trade. And I went with this ship because I like the double mast, and I hope that thing doesn't wreck into me or something. I like the double mast, double sail setup, and there is some advantages to this because sometimes you can get like double the sailing area if you're sailing like upwind and stuff. And the last time I played this, they had less areas and stuff to explore, and I keep walking back and forth. It's probably very disorienting. Apologize. I'm gonna pick this up, and if you hit tab, you can like put it in the various slots that you have. And I'll do the same thing here with the compass. And I think they fixed it now where, yeah, if you hold tab and you have it in your tab, it'll actually show you like what direction you're looking. So if I like use this, now if I look whatever direction I'm looking is like where the read is accurate to where I'm looking or whatever for what direction I'm going. Okay. And now I believe that ships can get damaged over time. So that sucks, because I hate having to deal with little maintenance items like that. I liked the way it was before where I didn't have to do that. It would just get a little dirty and then you'd clean it. Get some cake here. So, okay, so this right here is what you use to actually repair the ship, which is 342. They call it oakum. I'm not sure why. Like, why not just call it oak planks or like a stack of, I don't know. Or maybe that's actually like a proper sailing term and I'm just an idiot. There's tea now and stuff. I got a bucket for bailing water out of the ship, which I'm gonna check and see if we actually have one of those. Oh wow, there's actually a little person on this boat now. I remember when I first started, they hadn't quite added them, and I can't really enter that ship. They were just like empty vessels, but now they have little NPCs in them. I'm gonna go ahead and buy the bucket. I feel like that's gonna be a needed item, because I have a tendency to be a little bit brave. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just buy that, and we'll keep it here. I can be a bit brave and overstock the boat sometimes. Okay, so these are only 24. I prefer the bottles over the cup. I'm gonna see how much this cup is worth. I'll probably sell it. I don't think it's worth much. I think it's only worth like... Oh, wow. Okay, yep, we're definitely selling it. Yep, you go ahead and just take that. You go right on ahead. Got some salmon and stuff. I don't think food expires in this game. I'm pretty sure I've never seen that implemented in any of the news and stuff that I've read. Alright, so we got some fishing hooks. Those cost quite a bit. Alright, let's see what quest and stuff I can get. And it's also very important check the map and actually see where it is you have to go. And so I just click through each of these and I just like see how much they pay and how far I have to travel. The air currents, they don't seem to vary too much from time to time. So after a while, you kind of get used to like the air currents and stuff, just from experiencing the game as it is. And so eventually you can kind of predict that like, oh, I can get from here to here quicker than I can here to here. Or like you have to go around the island and stuff to get here or something. But whatever. Okay, so we have a lot of stuff to Sanctuary. It's also very important to watch this weight. And I think at the moment I can only accept like one mission. This one pays 160, 160, 160, 154. 9 pounds, 30. I think I pretty much already have my mind set on Sanctuary. This is just 25 pounds, and it's 100 emeralds. Is it R, Q? No. J, maybe? M? Pretty sure there was a way to see what your quests were. Log. Tab. Oh, right. It's in here. It's this tab right here. Okay, reputation. Okay, I can do a maximum of 2 missions, so we'll take 2 of these. And then I don't think we can trade yet. Yeah, not enough reputation. Which is kind of weird. You feel like missions would be limited by reputation more than the other stuff, but whatever. Oh, one of them disappeared, I think. Did they, or am I just retarded? So this is really heavy, and it pays 154. This is lighter, and it pays 154. Always take the lighter option if it, like, pays about the same. And this is 160. We're gonna go ahead and take that. And because you don't want your boat to sink, and it's also easier to control the ship and move faster when you're not weighted down. And you're also less likely to sink. This is 150, pays 180. 120, pays 160. And I'm picking everything that goes to Sanctuary. 69, 130, 1. I didn't intend for this to be a tutorial video where it's supposed to be a chill video, but for whatever reason, turning into a tutorial. For anyone that may want to play this. Okay. That pays 104, that pays 4. Okay. That's 87, 50. Alright, I think we're going to do this right here. So basically it's going to be 6 crates total. And we already have food and water on the boat? Yeah. Let's take this. Put it here. And I'm sure very many people would love the aesthetic, but on such a small boat. Oh, dude, that is such a steal. I swear it used to be cheaper. Yeah, I'm just gonna sell that because, an actual. Oh, that's that's not a lucky number. Uh, man, that's rough. Okay, 570, 76. What would that be? Wait, 76, 570. Okay, no, that wouldn't be 666. But I was like, would that be? No. I can't do math. Okay, plus 30, that'd be 600. Be 646. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and buy these. We won't have to fish because we already have some salmon on the ship, so we're not like desperate for food or anything, but I feel like this is just something I'm going to most certainly buy anyways. Uh-oh, what happened? Where'd it go? Oh, I picked it up. Okay. Look at all that. All that has to... Ooh. Ooh. Those crates are much bigger, I swear, than they used to be. Actually, this we will put right there. Bottles can be refilled at the barrel. You just hold the bottle when it's empty and then just press R. Where's our wind going? Okay, so Sanctuary is here. So we gotta go northeast. Go this way. We gotta go this way. Okay, so there's a little bit of wind to the, I guess what you would call the broadside or whatever. We'll just keep it simple. I'm not a classified sailor or anything. But to the side of the ship. Oh man, this is gonna be rough. Can't remember what is what. Let me just look through this real quick, see if there's anything that's changed. Blah, blah, blah. Catch too much wind, causing the boat to heel too much, starting to take on water. Okay. Right. I don't really need this. So I'm gonna pick this up. Golly, this is annoying, ain't it? Alright, is there a person here? Oh, cool. Okay, let's sell this. I don't really need it. Again, I'm pretty experienced. I was just making sure there wasn't anything new since the last time I played. I shouldn't say that. It's like bad luck. It's already getting nighttime, too. Right. Here. I don't really need access to the fishing hooks immediately. And we'll put that here. This is the number one thing that is just awful about starting out, is like, there's just the starting ships, which you have to sell to other locations far outside the starter map that you start with, and it's very dangerous. And I'm kind of scared to attempt it now after the recent updates. Let's see if I can pull this off. Nope. Because the recent updates, your ship can get damaged and you have to repair it. Whereas before, you could basically sell as long as you want and the ship would just get dirty. That was about it. The wood would get darker. Okay, that is manageable. Not ideal by any means. Okay, and we're already getting a little bit sick here because you're dehydrated. Go ahead and grab this. Drink. You can only get 5 uses, that's all it's good for. But I prefer this because you don't have to worry about dropping it and spilling it like you do the cup. So it's just better to have a bottle. Golly. There's gotta be a better way to do that. I swear there used to be more space here. Oh, these are bananas, that's why. Okay, let's, there we go. Okay. This one is tuna. Being able to move around is very useful, especially if weather picks up. Oh, I know what it is. Okay. Um... Oh, I'm gonna let you know right now, if you start to play this, absolutely avoid falling overboard when your ship is underway. If it's moving faster than you can swim, game over. You'll just have to restart your ship somewhere else. Okay, I'm gonna put the water barrel right here. It just fits in there real snug. Almost perfect. What on earth? I swear it used to fit in there more snug than that. Oh, here we are. Oh, come on. Should already be underway. Okay. Alright. Fine. Okay, note to self, don't get bananas, because I thought they were in smaller crates, and now I can't see very good. Alright. So basically we just need to go this way to get to Sanctuary, which is that little speck just over the hill there. We could use the lamp, but it's really expensive to use it. And I got a cut right here. Okay, we're back. Yeah. After second thought, we're definitely going to use this. Because I imagine that most people want to see what I'm doing here. So, this is a sheet, I believe. And you click to control it. And then you do this. You use W and S basically to loosen and tighten. And this controls how far the mast can sway from center. But I'm going to keep it just like slightly askew to like kind of relieve a little bit of the wind pressure. And I'm going to unclick that. And then I believe, yeah, okay, you can hit C to change camera. And we're going to do the same thing here. Just going to release this a little bit. Again, just to release a little bit of the pressure. If it was perfectly perpendicular to the wind, you're going to have problems with like the boat wanting to like lean. And in this ship, it's very round and very narrow. And so it tends to let on water a lot more than some of the other ships. So I'm just going to let that lean out. Got about there. And then before I actually hoist the... Oops. Hoist the sails, we're going to release the ropes. Otherwise, we might smack into the dock. And push this out just a little bit. And I'm going to start with the front one. And again, we're just going to hit C here. Let's go that high for now, just to get a little bit of wind in the sail. Let go of that. And let me zoom out here, just see. Okay. What about there? And I'm actually going to tighten this just a little bit. You can barely just see the flag. Alright, we're going to grab this again, and we're going to go ahead and just pull it straight. Because the wind, it's not like perfectly straight, so the wind is kind of, it's not as strong. And so I'm going to tighten it up as much as possible to catch as much as the wind as possible. And we need to eat. Couldn't think there for a whole second. I was like, why can't I let it go? Alright. Pull this up all the way. And it's not actually changing wind direction. It's just the wind is so weak. We're moving like almost as fast as the wind is blowing this way. So, yeah, that's why it's moving towards the back of the ship now. And now we can afford to go more in a northeast direction. Don't want to hit the island, though. Alright, we're going to do the same thing here. Because, again, the wind is very weak. Let go of that. Turn the ship this way. Let it go straight. I wish it was daytime, because this game is so pretty during daytime, but, you know, it is what it is. It's part of the difficulty of the game. And we're already starting to rock, and the wind is not even that strong. And you can see there's actually quite a bit. There's not that much space from the surface of the water to the top of the deck there. But we got a bucket, so that's good. And I'm going to refill this at the water here. Also, your person has weight, so keep that in mind if you need to balance your ship a little bit. Like if it's leaning just a little bit more than you want it to, you can always sit on the side. And I'm going to go ahead and up our water. And yeah. So this is definitely a very passive, chill kind of game. Where it gets difficult and it becomes like very not nuance. Well, honestly, when it gets scary is when you're traveling from like one cluster of islands to another cluster of islands. Because then you're out in the big open blue sea, and man, good luck to you. The storms out at sea basically overshadow this little ship. I have traveled to multiple clusters of islands back and forth and stuff. I do not recommend it until you're like very comfortable. You have like 2 barrels of water, plenty of food, and fishing hooks and stuff. But even then, there's still a possibility that you'll sink. I actually sunk like twice trying to cross the big open blue sea in the past. When you're in like the small islands and stuff, as long as you tack your sails good and this, that, and the other, there's almost like no real risk of flipping unless you have like full sail and you don't catch it in time and loosen. Another quick way on this ship is just look over. There's always this, and you can always release it, and then the wind or whatever won't be able to flip your boat. Okay, I'm gonna point the ship a little more towards Sanctuary, which I can basically see the island. Okay. It's like right there. You probably can't see it. Then we're gonna grab this because the wind might change, right, when we wake up. So I'm gonna lower this sail. And then I'm gonna lower this one to half mast as well. Go right about there. This is just to be on the safe side, and then I'm going to go to sleep. Something really nerve-wracking when you're out in the big ocean is that sound of going to sleep and drowning sound the same. And so you can be in like some really rough waters, and sometimes you sleep to get out of it, but it sounds the same, and so you have no idea what's actually happening until you wake up. And, and it can be really nerve-wracking when everything you have is basically there on the ship. And progression in this game, honestly, is really slow, but I don't really feel like it's about the money so much as it is the journey, as silly as that may sound. And we are pretty far now. And there's that. Oh, also when you're sleeping, always turn off your lamp. Because while you're sleeping, it's burning fuel. So that's something to consider as well. I'm going to go ahead and take another power nap here. Again, it sounds like you're drowning as soon as you fall asleep. It's very nerve-wracking. So far, though, everything has been really calm. I shouldn't say that. Knock on wood. I don't remember if you spam F or not, if it'll, like, increase your odds of waking up. Oh, okay, there we go. Whoops, didn't mean to grab that. Uh-oh. Wait, what? I can carry this, apparently. I would really like to let it go. Maybe if I stand up here. Oh, this is such a bad idea. No, no, no! Ooh, okay. Yeah, that's another problem with overcrowding your ship, for certain. For sure, whatever. Alright, we need to go this way. Where is our little streamer? It's hard to see when your ship is arranged like this. It's going to release this. Okay, I am 99% sure that is Sanctuary, and that is the island we just left. So please let go of that. So I'm going to do what's called, I believe, tacking, I believe is the technique. But basically you do a zigzag pattern. Pull this out. As you can see, we're not even in deep blue water, right? And the waves are already picking up a little bit. Here. No, don't turn that way. I think we're actually going slightly backwards. Hard to tell with the waves. Basically, I'm adjusting my keel, hoping that the ship will turn. May have to swim and just push the ship into the wind a little bit. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We'll get out here. We'll be fine. It's a little broken. Oh, apparently not. Are we close to the... No, we're not. Okay. Let's push. Okay, it's starting to take off. Hop back on here. Can I get in through the back, maybe? What are we doing? Okay. Let's turn out of the wind now so we don't flip. Okay, just... No, no, no. Alright, so the wind is actually moving slightly to the left of the island. So now if we just point straight. So... Without flipping, please. Oh, man. Alright, we're listing just a little bit. So hard to control with all this junk in the boat. I didn't realize that the bananas had gotten so big. Okay. Just gonna turn until the island is like just a little bit on the right side of the ship. And there. I think we're moving towards the island now. And give me... Yeah, go ahead and give me one of those. Yeah, alright. So now we're making pretty good distance. The best way to tell if you're actually moving forward is just look at the back of your ship, and if you see the trail of white, then you know that you're actually moving forward. And I'm impatient and risky, so I'm going to go ahead and just raise the main mast again. Maybe not fully, because we are kind of almost touching the edge. Oh, screw it. We're risky. Risk it for the biscuit. And we don't need full sleep, so I don't think this will cause us to go too far past the island. I'm not trying to fully sleep, I'm just trying to skip time. It's like the easiest way to like fast travel in the game, but it can be a little bit risky. Ooh, we might go too far here, who knows? Come on, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up! Nope, we're gonna have to go the full distance. Alright, where are we at now? Is that our island? Yeah, that has to be Sanctuary. Just adjusting the sail. It's like you don't want to be going too fast, but you also don't want to end up where you're not moving. Give me this guy. It definitely changed the inventory of items since the last time I was playing. And give me this. Okay, I need some more. Oh, you can just hold it down now. Okay. Took 15 units of water to get from Crab Island to Sanctuary. And like 2 fish. And I think we are taking on just a hair of water. It can actually be dangerous and turn a little bit more into the wind to go a little bit faster too. Fortunately, I don't think there's any sea monsters that have been added to the game yet. And if you've made it this far into the video, I guess now is a okay time to admit I lost the game files again to Space Engineers because I was having some graphical issues. And I thought upgrading the BIOS may fix it. Well, I lost the BitLocker key, so I had to reformat Windows again. Oops. And because it wasn't able to recognize the drive after updating the BIOS, and the same thing would have happened if I reverted back to the older BIOS. So yeah. And I'm just playing this because it's supposed to be a relaxing, soothing game for the most part, as long as you don't try anything reckless. Is it already nighttime again? Whoa. Whoa. It's actually crazy. I actually have a fear of big open bodies of water and forget what it's called, but like submerged objects. So like this is just like, oh, it's too much. I actually like really like sailboats, but I hate the fear of sinking. It's so strange. Like I've always thought that like sailboats look like really cool. It's like majestic creations. But it's actually crazy that people even thought of sailing way back in the day. Like it's like magic, in my opinion. But yeah, I've always thought that was weird. I've always had like a fascination for sailboats. Just never wanted to get on the water myself. Even in like paddle boats and stuff. Oh, I hate it. Now, if it's like a really big, wide boat that doesn't rock as much, it's okay, but yeah, not a fan. Alright, so I'm going to tack this way and cut the wind. Go this way because we got to go forward, and then we'll turn back around. This game is it definitely limits you. The physics definitely limits you on what you can do. Sometimes they're real finicky, and other times it's kind of forgiving. Basically, though, once I'm Once I finish like cutting in this general direction, I can turn back around. Yeah, let's go with that. I think they changed the water physics too now. I don't remember the water like bowing that much from the drag of the ship. Just so peaceful. But once we're, well, right about where we are now, it's going to turn around completely. And hopefully the speed and momentum is going so we don't go without wind entirely. And then we should just be able to sail straight into harbor here. As long as the wind doesn't change again. Yeah, I think, yeah, we actually sailed past it. I think that was Crab Island. Or Crab Beach, excuse me. That is southwest. That is the Dragon Cliffs, that large cluster of, well, cliffs and rocks sticking out of the ocean. So Crab Beach. Oh, okay, I think I see it just right about there. Directly. Let's see, directly north. What is that? Northwest. I'm looking at the thing. West. Yeah, so that must be Newport. We did kind of go past it. We're like right about here. Maybe. And we're getting pretty close here. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and drop this. Alright. We gotta slow down here. I don't want to wreck or anything and end up getting a leak. And Oakham, the repairs, the Oakham doesn't even fully repair the damage either. Another quick way to lower speed is to release the sail. So it just flutters in the wind. And I think we are actually close enough as it is. Yeah. Now I gotta find the ropes. Okay, just put this here. I'd drop anchor, but everything's in the way. I hope this is long enough to reach. Thank God you don't have to keep holding space, because this would get really annoying. Especially for the viewer, I imagine. Let's go ahead and just turn that back on. I think you can tighten these now? No? I thought you could tighten them. Huh, they have more than one. Can I not grab that? I guess not. Where is it? Okay, I guess not. I'm just going to focus on getting the crates in. I'm not 100% certain, but I think completing the task, like, early, I think you get more reputation points. Unfortunately, all you gotta do is just walk in there and drop them off. Is the sails open? No, they're not. Okay. Yeah, I do kind of miss the rubber banding, if anybody's ever played this before. Um, Prior to some recent updates, actually quite a while ago, probably like 7 or 8 months ago, um, the ropes that you use to actually dock your ship and connect them to the pier, they used to rubber band a little bit, and so you could just attach it and the ship would just kind of slowly drift towards the dock, but they removed that because a lot of people were using it to cheat, so I mean, fair enough, but it was also kind of nice not to have to deal with it. I grab this. Is this just unlimited? How far can I? Okay, so that's as far as you can go with it. Okay, so there's different ones. We have this. No, it won't let me grab it. There's this, and then there's the one on top. I'm just experimenting here. Okay, we'll put this here. Okay, no rubber banding. Get out of the water. And then there's this one. This one has a different animation. I'm thinking this is the one you use to actually bring it in. Just don't know. Come on. I don't know what the point of this is. I didn't see anything in the tutorial either. Hold R, maybe. Nope, don't think it does anything. Okay, we have one more tuna. Due tomorrow. Fortunately, that means that you have all of tonight and all of tomorrow to actually turn that in, like till midnight of tomorrow. Okay, so trade missions. Did our reputation go up at all, or what do we got? Okay, so the Emerald area is the map we're on, and we're about halfway there. Oh, I need to eat or drink or something. You know what they should add? They should make it to where like you can get water with a bucket. I didn't mean to do that. Like if you just set it out, like it'll pick up the water. And I believe like yeah, it just kind of falls over. I'm wondering if it'll like fill up if I just leave it there. I think I'm asking too much of the game, but can't help but wonder, you know? Come on. Alright, maybe... They really don't want you to have space in this anymore, do they? Oh, you know what it is. I bet you they changed the hitbox so it doesn't show as much water in the ship anymore, and that's why. Okay. So, L to Crab Beach. Which I believe the wind is pretty much in our favor. Just kind of fighting us the whole way here. 204 pounds. We're gonna pass on that, and it only pays this much. Newport, medicine, Newport. Rubber, 12 pounds, 99 emeralds. And that is northwest of here. I always do this before I pick a destination. So northwest is just about right across from the dock. So we could make it because the wind would push on our side. And then you gotta come back, and then you gotta make sure that you can actually get a decent pay. Serpent Island. £50, 368. Rum, I think I'll pass on. Man, though, taking just the mail alone would pay so much. It'd be 250 pounds. Are there any bananas in here? I was trying to guesstimate like how much we took last time. Okay. I think this is the move right here. You just have to go west. That way. And the wind is literally west. And I think I'm brave enough and willing enough to attempt taking the rum as well. We have this guy for 378. I'm gonna go ahead and just take that. The rum is 3 barrels. It'll be 204 pounds. Ooh, man. Yeah, we'll do it. The mail is much smaller, so it's easier to transport. So just put that there. It's also important to note that where you place the items will affect how your ship behaves in the water. Most will argue that it's best to keep the weight of the ship in the rear. That way the nose kind of points up and you can take on waves in the front a little easier. Let's just put this up. It still says empty and it's been raining forever, so gotta fill this. Fill again, because we'll have to do it anyways. Oops. Okay, give me another fish. Can you eat salmon raw in real life? I don't feel like that's a thing. Like, isn't salmon, like... Well, I guess it's technically an Arctic fish, but... It goes through fresh water, so wouldn't it get like freshwater parasites or whatever? Okay. Now this is the heavy stuff. I'm gonna put this in like the middle of the ship. you right about here. Okay. Good news about these missions is barrels are much easier to control and manage than the large crates of bananas. I will be doing my best to avoid buying bananas in the future. And to kind of like balance it out, put it about in the center. Okay. Okay, so now we need to go west. We need to go like just south of west, so we need to go literally the direction we're looking. Direction. That's... push the boat out like so. Something else I miss is you could turn your mast or your rudder to where it would turn left, right? And then you could just grab the rope and pull it, right? And then the ship would just sail out and then loop around. But you can't do that anymore. Alright, so I'm going to turn this all the way to the left. And we'll get out here and push. That's not really what I intended to do, but that's fine. I think it's because of the weather. Alright, so we can get some wind in now. I'm going to go ahead and just raise this some. And we'll turn this all the way to the right. Okay, turning. Let me just stand dead center. This way. I think we actually have some water in the ship now. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm not paying attention here. Alright. Now we're going just about west. Oh yeah, you can control it without getting out of the tab screen. Okay, nope, that's too strong that direction. Let's go. Go back here. All right. Let's grab this guy. No. Does this work? No? Okay, what does it say? Okay, it just says seawater. I was hoping that it was just rainwater and it'd be fresh. Okay, good. This still says the same thing. Alright. Okay. Gonna gamble a little bit here. We're gonna... Oh, no we're not. No, we're not. We're gonna release that. Bring this out. Okay, the wind is actually forward, so I'm just gonna bring it all the way out. The ship will list a lot less. Alright, we're gonna bring it in just a little bit, because it's not perfectly in front. Let's pull this up. We shouldn't lean as much now. Which direction are we going? Okay, we're going southwest now. No! Okay, we're still going pretty much direction we need to go. Yeah, it's looking pretty rough now. A lot of times, the best thing to do is just sail out of it. I'm gonna go this way. Just for a second. We're gonna do a little cheat. It's not really a cheat. I'm going to release this. And now you see that it's on the other side of the ship. So we're gonna release that. And we're gonna pull. Now we are going much faster. Because we have both mast out. And the cell in front is not blocking the cell in the rear. Or the one in the rear, technically, is not blocking the one in the front. So we have more sailing area this way. And let's go ahead and grab some more of this water here. I don't really know like when it decides to sink, so best to just stay on top of it. And now we are going northwest. Okay, the wind changed a little bit, so I'm gonna go a little bit more west. And we're still looking good on the sails. I'm going to tighten this one up just a little bit. Kind of want it at a little bit of an angle, so it's not perfectly flat. Because of aerodynamics. And grab this guy. This one we can actually release a little bit. Let me see, just a double check here, okay. Alright, yeah, that should be Dragon Cliffs right here. And Serpent Isle should be out here. Now we are in like some big open water. You can tell it's like slightly deeper blue. So yeah, the weather is definitely much worse. And we just took on more water. No, not this. This. What? Okay. Might as as well go ahead and grab one of these. Alright. Okay, so whatever's over here, this must be Dead Cove, and this is Serpent Isle. Yeah, we're headed directly west. Newport should be like somewhere like over here or over here maybe. Yeah, you quickly burn through fuel in this game. So a lot of times I actually opt like not to use a lantern unless it's like absolutely necessary, but it's also, I'm also recording, so for recording purposes it's nice to have, so people can actually see what you're doing. I took on a little bit more there than usual. When is the storm gonna pass? I've actually been sailing in the ship, and the waves have looked much worse. I've actually seen the waves like halfway up the sails and just obliterate me. And for some reason, it just like really gets to my nerves. Scared to death I'm gonna drop the bucket overboard. Okay, so the ship is going mostly west, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and sleep, and then we're just gonna cross our fingers that we don't sink. Because we have to travel much further than we did before. And so hopefully we can just get out of this rough weather and conditions. Whoa. Okay, let's go ahead and... Oh my goodness. Alright, it looked much worse than it was. I'm having the hardest time believing that we're traveling in the right direction here. Like, I'm thinking this might actually be Newport. And we're like somewhere like right here. Yeah, I think we're like right about here somewhere. Yeah, I don't think that is Serpent Island. I think that's Newport, actually. It's hard to tell because Serpent Island has like 2, and then Newport has like 2 as well. Alright, let's bail the water out. And we're going to do something risky again, which is sleep through it. Okay. Usually the rougher the weather, the harder it is to sleep. So it does like let you wake up more often. And I just did the thing I hate the most. Alright. Bail this out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness! Dude, there has to be like a better way to grab the water, dude. Yeah, I think that's Newport. I think we coasted just a little bit too much to the, what would it be, the north? I'm gonna play it risky and just bring this in just a little bit more. Just so it's not like perfectly with the sail, or else we're not gonna move. And it's really strong wind, so we're gonna lower the sail a little bit to about half. Oh no. Okay. We'll release that. Pull this in a little more. You have to be careful with the rear sail. It can really affect the direction of the ship on this particular boat. Okay. We're still getting good wind here, I think. It looks like we're just sitting still. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and raise this some more, actually. Sometimes you get really calm waters, other times it's really rough. And as you can see, we got a pretty good trail going here, so we are moving. And in situations like this, we can actually, like, grab the heavy stuff. There we go. Oh, come on. Good from this angle. So the wind is blowing this way, so I'm going to put the weights on this side. And that will basically help us from flipping over this way. Because the weight is on this side of the ship. So the mail, I'm just going to leave it because they're only like 12.5 pounds each. And I'm going to go ahead and just cut a little more this way. With the waves, it makes it really difficult to tell if you're going in the right direction sometimes. And pull this guy in some more. It looks like the wind is, yeah, a little more perpendicular. And we'll pull this guy in too. actually going to release this just a little bit. You don't want it to be like perfectly perpendicular because the sailboat can actually go backwards. It's going to lower the sound just a little bit. Alright, I think we're finally calming down here, so I'm gonna bring this all the way up. Okay, I think that's okay. Might as well raise this one too. I think it's calmed down quite a bit. Definitely the waves. Alright, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just try and sleep. Hopefully we don't wake up and we wreck into the side of the island or something. Because again, I don't want to have to buy, I don't want to have to buy planks to fix the ship. So they're very expensive. The other thing is, imagine doing this and you're traveling from one area to another. Because it's like having to pass the entire map that you see on that little map we have. Like, sometimes 5 or 6 times that distance. And the waves are very unforgiving. Okay. Well, we came very close. So, let's see. Put this back. Use our little cheat sheet here. Okay, so it's like dead center on the island, and we're somewhere like right here. So we actually need to turn around. Darn. The wind going this way. Okay, we're gonna release as quickly as possible. Not that one. This one. Release as quickly as possible. And then hopefully we have enough momentum to turn around completely. Hopefully. I hope that didn't just damage the ship doing that. That was really loud. Okay, let's hold right here. Actually, let's turn just a little bit. Okay, I think that's as good as it's going to get for now. And we'll go ahead and pull this out so we can get some more momentum here. Then just kind of balance the weight back out again. Might as well just put these here, it'll be fine. So we need to move out, and unfortunately, the wind's definitely against us, because we need to go this way. So we need to, like, go pretty far out from the island, and then we'll cut, like, in this general direction. So, yeah. Is this our salmon crate, or the... Okay, yeah. Pretty sure we need food. We'll leave it in there. I wonder if I can store, like, fish that I catch in here. If they're, like, a different species, because there's, like 5 or 6 different species or something of fish in this game. Water, might as well just drink it now. How's the wind looking? Okay. I think now I'm going to chance turning the ship towards the island. Dude, I hope this ain't Newport. It kind of looks like Newport, not gonna lie. Because Newport has that... I wish I could move the mouse on this. But Newport has like that separate island. And this is the isle, so... I don't know about this. You know what I mean? May need to go... we may need to go southwest in order to get there. I can't tell. Looking at it, I really can't. Because this may just be that little island. What is going on here? I thought we were turning. Come on. Jumping in the water is always so scary for some reason. Even though, fortunately, I hope they never add this. There's no sharks or anything. What the heck? Okay, give me this. Pack it all the way. Release that one. Release completely. Go. The controls are really confusing sometimes. Alright. All the way. And if I here. Man, imagine actually doing this at sea, all because no wind. And it would be much slower than this in real life, too. It'd probably be pointless, honestly. Now I can't get back in. Whoa! Okay, pull this completely straight. Pull this up. The lighting, I thought there was water in the ship. It has those really close islands to each other, whereas Newport seems like it has quite a bit of space, so maybe this is Serpent Island. I'm second guessing myself. From a distance, they all kind of just look the same. Which means it probably won't be able to fit through there if it's not Newport and it is Serpent Island. Might as well go this way. I could literally just swim over there, but I don't want to risk losing the ship or something. Yeah, I just can't tell. Still on the fence. If we look in between here and we don't see like another island like right here, then it's Newport. And I'm an idiot. Okay, there's another little island right there, so this is most likely Serpent Isle. So, okay, cool. Anxious and worried about nothing. Hopefully we can slow down and turn. Well, no, go ahead and release. Okay, carrying don't smack into the giant massive rock that's hanging out there. Yeah, I think this is definitely Serpent Isle. We have rock, and then we have the island that's in the distance. So I think this is it. It's funny how that works. Like, doesn't that just instill confidence in you? Funny, I can control the ship like this. Everything is so dark. I probably won't play this very often unless people want me to play it. So, like, let me know in the comments. Um, this is just something new I thought I'd try. Just for the heck of it. Let's go ahead and just release that just a little bit. I think that'll catch the wind a little easier. The wind is kind of moving like this. Now we're speeding up, so I don't know if that's fully accurate or not. How are we looking? Wow, this is a tiny little village. Well, there's some buildings over here. I think like there's 2 vendors. Maybe. Okay. Turn a little bit more in. Then I'm gonna release this completely. Okay, give me this. Drop. I may have to drop the anchor here. Drop the anchor. I don't want to wreck. Okay. I think we're safe. I think. Famous last words. Can you not give me that? I guess you can only grab these when you're, like, in the boat. Alright, all the sails are down, so shouldn't be moving or plunking into the side of the pier or anything. Assume that this is the vendor. Yep. Have here rum. Complete 564. So that officially pays for the fishing supplies. This one, unironically, pays way more, and it's smaller and lighter. So now we have almost 1,000. Building one. Okay, so we've unlocked trade now. What? Oh. Alright, so here's where you can buy it from, and this is what you'll get where you sell it. So, that's something to definitely keep in mind when you're doing trade. And so far, none of these look like a profitable source of income. Funny enough, though, it also has the other maps, what they sell for there. So here you can buy it for $4.61. can sell it at Newport for 955, which it'll probably be a little less than that. It's not really guaranteed that you'll get, you know, full price or anything. Or you can buy it for, excuse me, 468. I guess this is if you go to market instead of here. Bananas, so expensive. Whoa! Take this to Sage Hill, you get 500 each for just one. Only weigh 23. This is definitely where the game starts to take off. This is just a small crate. It tells you up here. This is a large crate, which is really annoying. You can click on these and see what the others are. Okay, we got air, green tobacco. Way, way out of our budget. And seafood is just barely, and we'll only get like 100. Salmon, get a couple hundred if we go elsewhere. Eel, can't afford. Wine. $9.55 at Newport and $8.92. Could maybe buy like two, be 900, like 36 I think for two, and we only have 932, so never mind. Another strategy. Figure out like what it is you're gonna buy, right? And then where you're gonna take it to. Like let's say I'm gonna go to Sage Hills or whatever, and make 456. And it only weighs like 23, right? But I won't have any more money. But there's always missions. So you just look for something else for the location you want to sell it at. So Mel to Sage Hills, for example. That's another 300 and it's only 25 pounds. Salmon, 23 pounds, 273. But also keep in mind the distance. So that's quite a ways. And in here, Dragon Cliffs, the city is like either like right here or here. And it's on the inside. I think it's actually right here, actually. So you have to go through little points. And it can be a little tedious for new players to get inside. Just a little hint there. And I haven't played in a while, so I'm a little rusty myself, so. But this wine, on the other hand, looks like it's the best profit. I really don't want to have to sell all the way to Sage Hills. But sailing back to Sanctuary for some reason and safer bet. Newport, I kind of don't want to go there because then all the missions or something may actually be all the way to the other side of the map at the bottom versus at the top. Okay. Let's take a look at the map. Turtle Island, very far away. Sage Hills, very far away. And going from, like, right there in the center, from, like, in the middle between, like, Dead Cove and Sage Hills at the bottom, that's going to be, like, almost the same as sailing out in the big open blue. And we're apparently very tired. Alright, so let's just look at this one more time. 7, 5, Sage Hill, Sanctuary. Dead Cove, that's worth 500 at Dead Cove. Profit, I mean. And we can afford one of those. And there's a lot more missions available at Dead Cove. And it looks like it's on the backside of the island. Wine. There's 4 of them. Salmon, 4. Coconuts, 2, 100 pounds, 1, 3. 92. I think Dead Cove is probably our best bet. It's just the easiest. From there, we can probably go to like Dragon Cliffs or something. Green tobacco to Newport, though. Oh, only 128. Always look out for tobacco deals, especially like the different variants of tobacco, because they often pay a lot. Like this one, only 5.4 pounds, and it's one of them. It's 195. This one, it's 4, but they're only 21 pounds total, right? And they're small. 165. Okay, we can probably do the mill. I think we can actually do 3, but I think just do 2, like do 2 of the coconuts. That's 143 plus the 92 and like the 500 whatever profit to Dead Cove. This one doesn't weigh that much, but there's 4 of them. Same thing here, it's 160. Yeah, rather not carry it. So I think we buy this and we take it to Dead Cove. So we'll take one of those. And we're left with 277. And we basically can't afford any of the other stuff, I don't think. Yeah. Okay. Go with mail. We'll only have 2 days to get there, but that should be plenty of time. There was something else we were gonna get. Where is coconuts? Yeah, okay, so this is, they're really big, but we'll take it anyways. Alright, so here's the mill. Alright, this is our salmon. So most certainly do not open this. And it might get confusing because crates of salmon. It does have that option now where it like asks if you want to break the seal, so that's good. You won't accidentally do it. Then we'll just set these. Gotta get a little. Right? Got it there. Get real close to this too. Really annoying when you like, it's like wanting to grab the rope instead of drop the crate or something. I'm gonna lower this one so I can see over it better. Alright, I believe that's everything. Weird, the lantern turned off when I'm here. Spooky. Got 277, got water, we got food. I'm actually gonna go ahead and just take a nap. We're anchored, we don't have to worry about it. Might as well just go ahead and sleep. It is kind of a waste of materials to do this, because you're still gonna get... Actually, let's sell during the day. It's always nice to sell during the day. But it's a lot less stressful than having to worry about the ocean and everything. So we basically need to go south and slightly west. So it looks like this island behind this one is probably this center island here. I don't know how else to show this. And past that is going to be Dead Cove, I believe. think this is just that tiny island at the end here of this little cluster. So go ahead and untie it from the, or do we town? Let's go into town and see if they have any of the oakum for repairing the ship. I think that is the stuff that you pack in between, like slats of wood in the hull of the ship. How much is this worth? It's worth one. Yeah, there's not enough this way. 21. There's 28 at the other place. You gotta look at the crate sometimes. Okay. And sometimes in the trade, you can also buy barrels of water. So, yeah, that's something to look forward to. Water. Let's see, what's the cheapest place to buy water? Okay, so it looks like for the moment it's Sage Hills and Dead Cove, funny enough. Because we actually need some water. Right. Put the sails, which way is our wind going? Okay. First. This one. This. Where's our water? Oh, it's right here. Go ahead and drop all that. Old one. Okay. And let's hoist the sail here and get moving. I'm gonna go around this right side of these islands. Hopefully the wind will still be in our favor. Eventually you get better and quicker at maneuvering the sails and stuff, so it takes time and a little bit of practice. That works out. Wind's on that side, so. Trying to. No, don't sleep. Get there. Oh, maybe. No, it doesn't let me. Close enough, I guess. Turn that off. I kind of just sailed through here blind. I quit looking. Why is this still moving? Drive me nuts. Just have to remember, don't open this. Sell it, you know. So quiet and peaceful now. Let's go ahead and just open the other one. Wind looks okay, so. It's weird that I believe these are called either cleats or sheets or whatever, but it's weird that this one's on this side and that one's not. We're really moving now. Wind is slightly forward, so I'm going to bring the sails out just a little bit more. Alright, we're moving now. Probably shouldn't sleep. I think if you hit space, I don't think you have to hit F to get out. I don't want to pick up stuff again, you know? Alright, my guy, please wake up. Please wake up, you're gonna go way past it. No. No, wake up. Wake up, wake up. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, we didn't go too far. We're like way out there now, though. Jeez. I think the wind is gonna be right now. Don't know where the actual village is on this island. Ew. Yeah, I don't think it's on this side. We'll have wind. Listen, the waves are really gentle. This is just one of those moments where everything works out. Everything's on the left side of the ship, and so we're less likely to flip over to the right. Had a little bug there, but I think it's fine. Sometimes I wonder if these map placements are accurate. Or if the ship just drifts a lot. I mean, real sailboats do that, but I don't know if the game like accounts for those physics. I like got it really close to get to the edge of the island here. I guess what I could do. Oh, we already have a hook. Well, while we're waiting, give it a quick cast here. Oh, I don't want to wreck into the side of the island here. Something bite already. It's always difficult to like judge distance in the game too. Yeah, we're getting really close now. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and just roll it on in. Reel it in. I just made like a billion fishermen upset. Roll it in? What are you talking about? Don't you have any class? It's real. And you're using a bait caster. Okay, whatever. The fishing is like truly random in this game. It's you never know what you're gonna catch. Well, the fish are definitely like specific to the location, but like if and when you're gonna catch a fish is a hit or miss. Ooh, got something. A little bit of a cheat, just pull on the rod and pull the fish closer and then roll in. I think this is a mackerel. Can't remember. Yeah, I think it's a mackerel. And we want to go over here, top of it. Up. All right, what do we get? Oh, we got tuna. Okay. Felt like tuna are a little bit more, like, bulby in shape. All right. I'm already second guessing myself now. Sitting here thinking, oh wow. Wow. The whole stairway that leads all the way up to the top of the mountain here. Already second guessing myself though, and I'm like, now is that Dragon Cliffs or is that Dead Cove? And that island in between or something, you know? But I'm pretty certain this is Dragon, or Dead Cove or whatever. Go ahead and just, or wait a minute. Yeah, go ahead and just that. Grilling your food gives you like a little bit more satiation, but not to grill yet. Oh, we don't have wind. Oops. If I can manage to, nope. Go like this maybe, and the wind will push it backwards, hopefully into the wind zone. That work? Okay, I think we're slowly drifting. Wind. Yep. Alright, we'll just hold it right there. And while we're waiting to get around the corner, still have a hook. Go ahead and just try and catch more fish. Now, I think when, like, it's raining, I believe, I feel like there's, like, a slightly higher chance of catching a fish, but it's still not, like, guaranteed or anything. Can I hit C? Okay, yeah. We'll wait till we pass the island, basically. Oh, we got some. Pull it, reel it in, pull it in. Is that an eel? Oh, it got off. No, dude. Oh, no, it didn't. No, we're good. Yeah, I think that's an eel, so. Don't want to go overboard. Yeah. Alright. Now, hopefully we have enough momentum and everything to go this way. Stuff over here. I'm curious to know if it's possible to set that salmon in the, or the eel with the salmon in that other crate or whatever. So hard to judge the distance. No. Okay. Yeah, so it's not really doing anything. I think you can eat these raw. I don't think it matters. Yeah, okay, we're good. I don't know where you enter the Dead Cove. Looks like it's just around this little bend here. And now we don't have any wind. My goodness, stop moving the steering wheel. Okay. I think it's just past this second bend here. I think. We're really close to the island. I don't want to end up wrecking into it if I sleep or something. I've never been here before. Do we still have a hook? Wow. I think they're being more generous with the hooks now because I remember back in the day, a lot of times like you would fish and it seemed like at least every 2 fish it was extremely rare to still have a hook on the line, so that or I just finessed the physics in the game. Maybe you'll only lose a hook now if you reel in too quickly. I think we're gonna have just enough space to get around that. Perfect. Trees. Alright, is this where we go? This is gonna look really rough. Up there is where the village is, so it's on top of the mountain. My guess is we gotta go in there. Alright, here we go. And I really don't want to wreck the ship. So I'm going to lower sails to like half mast. Already gotta turn again. You're moving very fast. Okay. Slower the better, because you don't want to hit it full speed. Again, I don't even know like how much of a punch I'm gonna take if I hit full force into one of these little islands here. It's just a hair more speed. Ooh, dude, we are so close. If you had a really big ship, I would just say forget trying to come into the cove here. Maybe that's why it's called Dead Cove. Right. Alright. Can't tell what's water and what's land. Oh, okay, we have plenty of room, actually. It's just that the ground is very close. Bottom of the ship here. I'm gonna have to push the ship out of this cove if we're gonna get out of here. I love the little lagoon look though. That so cute. Must be where the trader guy is, cause peace. Release. Oh, great. That didn't sound too rough. I hope that's an indicator that the ship is damaged. Attached here. Alright. Where's the trader? Oh, he's right here, okay. I believe, yeah. So to sell items, you have to put it in their trade area, which I believe is right here where this canopy is. Alright, so I'm going to sell the salmon first. Oh, salmon, here we are. Sell that. Guess I'll get a receipt. Now we have 1,369. Now we turn in these. L. Also on this little ship, just one little last tip. I would never ever carry more than like say probably 450 pounds. That's probably like the bare maximum like limit that you could possibly put in this thing without it sinking and be under wind or way or whatever. But even like 350 is definitely pushing it. If it like lists or leans a little too much, you're definitely going to start taking on water. And let's see about trade. So we got 1,000 for eel. Doesn't sell anywhere else for much more. Oh, except sanctuary apparently. 100. Water, not much. Here, sells for a little bit more at Serpent Island. Or grain. Wow, that sells for 1,000. It's one large crate and only weighs 100, and it's 1,000 to go to Dragon Cliff. I think that might be our next destination. Tea. Or wait a minute, can we even afford the grain? How much is grain? Oh, it's 1,400. It's just within our budget. Then there's tea. Can't afford it. Can't afford it. Afford it. Almost could afford it. And it's not really worth much compared to the other anyways. Definitely can afford that. Okay. The tea. No, it was grain. That's right. Grain. 1050. Not really worth anything anywhere. Here it's 276. It's only a 94 profit, but it weighs like 8. Alright, so I'm thinking most certainly we get this. And then hopefully there's like quests. Some quest for Dragon Cliffs missions or whatever. I really, can I walk through this? Wow, it kind of just hangs over there. Kind of rush through everything. You can't really see anything. Oh, the tavern is open. Okay. I heard about the tavern. I haven't seen them yet. What is this? Okay, can't buy that. Share a drink with your fellow sailor. On this. I kind of dead. Rent a room for till next morning. Food and drink is in price. I don't know about that because you can always just dock your ship and sleep in it. Okay, so we got that. Let's see what missions we can get for Dragon Cliffs. And let me check my reputation. I think we can get 3 missions. Yeah, okay. Need to... So, T, 200 pounds. Don't care much for that. 400 pounds? See, I wouldn't even take this mission. That is a steal. We're doing that. That weighs like nothing. Sulfur, 130 pounds. No, that's still doable. What else is in here? Anything? Oh, nope. Mail takes the win. 176. What else do we have? Looks like it's it. So, 130. Good. Yeah, the rest of these, I'm kind of like, and no. And this doesn't weigh too much, but it's 4 of them. It doesn't say what size they are, though. That's... Ooh, man, that's really iffy. Okay, so we have 21. We have 100 in grain. It's sulfur. Let's see how big of a crate it is. We have sulfur in here listed. Yes, we do. Oh, it's a standard barrel. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. Alright, it's quite a bit, but it's not as bad as it could be. Stack all of these. Here in the front. So this as far away as I can. And hopefully it'll just slide down in there. Definitely don't want it over the railing. Here's a spot. How would I get it? Come on. It. Collecting the mast. I wanted it to fall in between here. You used to be able to set a barrel like right here and it would sit in there like perfectly. Now you can't even fit this little thing in there. There you go. Perfect. Move this to the rear of the ship. Perfect. Alrighty. Nice. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and just call it an episode right here. And I appreciate you guys for watching. And let me know if y'all want to see more content like this. I think next time I'm going to have to push the ship out of the bay to get out of here. I mean, it's possible to turn around, but the wind is kind of favorable. And I think, see, it's east of here, so like east and south some, so like this direction. Yeah, the wind is not in our favor, so that's going to be pretty difficult. But I appreciate everybody who's been watching, supporting me, and this, that, and the other. It's been really difficult getting videos out. Life has just been really hammering at me here lately. But I plan to make some more content. Yeah, been having some computer issues, life issues, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Anyways, appreciate you for watching, though. And until next time, have a good one.